truth, which is why I chose theology studies at Berkeley. You really don't want to be a missionary, do you? You really don't want to be a missionary, do you? I want to find out, well, every time I pick up the Bible and read Old Testament prophecy, it seems to go perfectly with modern-day newspapers. I mean, am I putting my own meaning into it, or does the trial zone truly exist? So because of coincidence of the world, you refrain from having sex. It's not just that. A big part of it was a result of a confrontation I had with a warlock. A warlock? The village warlock in my hometown, actually. Death smiles. I know. It sounds strange that someone in the occult could increase my faith in Christianity, but that is what this former English teacher of mine accidentally did. Accidentally did? Accidentally did. Yes, you see, he was trying to prove to me his version of Christianity, trying to show me that Christianity mixed with reincarnation was biblically sound. One of the ways he tried to get me to believe him was by having one of his students go under for me, go into a trance actually, and channel a spirit being called the counselor. Jeff rolls his eyes and smiles. Hey, I was a big skeptic at the time. I was a big skeptic at the time too. Anyway, when this being would start channeling and speaking through this one particular subject of his, a girl who was very much attracted to at the time, well, the warlock and his group were supposedly able to learn knowledge about themselves in the distant past. This being would also preach, talk of love, brotherhood, and how we were all one. It also seemed to have a big concern for the care and welfare of the planet, claiming that beings a lot more advanced than us would arrive on the scene from other planets to help us out if we would all just get our act together here on Earth. And that kept you from having sex? No, not yet. It wasn't until I started asking the counselor some of my own questions. You see, according to Paul, no one can say Jesus is Lord without the Holy Spirit. At first, I thought that maybe this girl was just a great actress, that maybe she was just acting like she was channeling a spirit guide. As I watched her talk about love and how I supposedly was a priest in the days of Joan of Arc, I began thinking how demonic beings don't have the Holy Spirit, and that if the counselor wasn't some ancient dead wise sage, but in fact a demonic being, then there'd be no way that it could say the sentence Jesus is Lord. So I cut it off in a sentence as it talked about how I was burned at the stake for heresy, and I said, "Counselor, according to the New Testament, no one can say Jesus is Lord without the Holy Spirit. Can you say Jesus is Lord and prove to me that you are who you say you are, not something from Satan?" And guess what? It couldn't say it. It couldn't say Jesus is Lord. And Jesus is Lord.